Okay, before we start this gameplay footage, a couple of things you should know. This comes actually from the first live stream where I discussed Geass Recode and showed some gameplay. But when I was going through it again, I realized that the video footage was not that great. So this is only containing the first part of that gameplay. And I'm going to go re-record the other parts of the story to actually focus on what's going on to give you guys better analysis and less jokes. Even though I do find the game to be somewhat funny, the point of this was actually to take the story somewhat seriously and analyze exactly what caused the collective unconsciousness, the last moon, and all that wonderful stuff. And in this one, I do a combination of showing my face and not showing my face. Let me know in the comments which you prefer, and I'll make more videos with the gameplay footage with that in mind. So here it is, guys. Enjoy the footage. I gotta first make a profile. Doesn't matter because we're going to erase it anyways, but I'll say Dark Blade. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. Fun little trivia there. Okay, I think I can play the sound. Oh, wait, not that one. I think that's trademark. The rest of it should be good, though. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear this or not. I got my fan going, so I can't have like the echo blocked, removed. Okay, so this device here, you can hit it and it will translate what they're saying. So she goes, "That's a relic." Okay. Then he says, "Who are you?" This is Al, by the way, and this is the Curate. These are new characters in Geass Recode, in case you guys are wondering. Okay. Really vague, as natural said above. So Al is kind of confused, obviously. See, he's confused. A question mark there. I don't know what the curate is saying. That's normal. Now before the story of you now begins. Okay. Your story begins after this, so now it's nothing in the meantime. I guess it relates to the fact that Al has no memories of his past. That must be what it is. Nothing part. Not sure what that means. It could be the bad part of the translation. That's nothing. So next time you wake up, you're sure to forget this. So I do apologize. We'll get them throughout the video. Again, the premium thing doesn't work. So kind of crap. You'll forget this. Okay, now let's move on. Then she says, okay, who's your relic? Okay. And now we move on to the next part of the story. So Al still knows what's going on. Remember, Al has no memories of his life. So the whole point is we're going to go through like his whole story about how he came to be. I think I can put the sound back on. I think this is Gigi, who he's referring to. He says connection. As a gentleman, if you have the gentleman. Not sure that is actually. Revealed something will appear. Mm-hmm. Okay, cyber being. Some of these are really obnoxious, these advertisements. These aren't so terrible. Okay, so here's the first part of the game. And so how this would normally work is you would re-roll. I guess I got to show my face for this because it's actually kind of important. It's not like a gameplay footage. All right, so the way this works is that you re-roll. Or you can pay a certain amount of money you get to get certain characters. And the problem is because you need like 4-star ranked characters to do well in this game, you basically have to re-roll a bunch of times. Re-rolling is basically where you quit the game, you start over, and you keep buying this thing over and over and over again to try and get the best characters. Again, we're not going to do that here because I already have a good set of people, and I'm going to transfer over once you go through the story. Because there's certain parts, for some reason, that if you play a new game, you can't actually replay certain things. That's why we're doing it this way, if you're wondering. All right, so here's how it would normally work. You would pay for a certain amount of credits, and then you get like a scene. You'll see some characters. This is a terrible one. So the way this works is if you see like a red moon, or I guess it's that, yeah, the red moon in the background, that's a good sign. If you see GG and what's his name, C2 together, that's a good sign. If she looks like scared before you do this, that's also a good sign. But as you saw there, we got nothing. It's gonna be a very decent draws. But here's how you would normally get characters in the game. Let me actually. Oh, we're getting upgrades. Nice. Okay. You can upgrade for your characters at times. Here's Sayako. This is Futaba. If you guys have read Running of Darkness, she's one of the characters. This is Kaguya's great grandmother. Although I'm not sure why they. Well, whatever. Who is this? Klaus D. Strike. This is from Arthur on the Misty Streets. One of the new stories in the game. This is Dietar Reed. I think he needs no introduction. We know Dietar Reed. Here's one of the rank threes. This is Jeremiah Gutwald. We got this guy again. Awesome. More Futaba. Wow, 3 Klauses. This is a terrible pick. My God. Just awful. Oh, God. Now we get Ogi. Man, this is not very good. Ugh, Mao, really? Yeesh. Okay. I heard Mao's actually pretty good in the game. He's also rank 3. That's not bad. So there you go. You got your characters, as you see there. Let me close this out. Hold on. Close. Come on. Did it close? Okay, that was weird. In fact, it's best to close all the applications out so I don't have to slow the game down. And close this one out too. Okay. Right. So now you have to buy these things called code links, which what they do is they enhance your characters during the battle. So you have you can summon characters and you can get these enhancements for your characters during battle. They're like, I guess, power ups or items, whatever term you want to use. This is the archive, by the way, in case you're wondering. Here are the we got Anya, not the character, but the card woofer on it. There's Cecile, the Nightmare Frame. That's stage 25. That's Nelly from, I think, episode 3 when Luch came back from his first time. I forgot this guy's name. I think it's Klaus. I could be wrong. He's one of the W0 member units. I think it's Klaus. There's Valletta. That's from the intro of second intro, I believe. That's Lila's best friend. She's the one who came up with the Alexanders. I forgot her name. I could have actually hit the, well, whatever. I'm an idiot. All 4 members of the Holy Swords, except for the 4 swords minus Toto. Okay. Sawaji, he's from the Resurrection film, Lucius the Resurrection. Oh, a 3-star again, Valletta again. Okay. And there you go. That's how you would get that. This is like game mechanic. See, code links have different effects. They either can increase your own avoidance, you can increase attack of powerful abilities, you can increase the amount of energy you get, defensive, all kinds of stuff. All right, now we're back to the cure rate. Let's see what she says. Hey, do you need it? Need what? Yes, thank you. What are we talking about? Okay. Al is an honest guy. One word. What's he say? Yes? Yes, I knew it. Ha! I knew it. Okay. I haven't gone through the story yet. That's why I'm like, just like you guys, I'm gonna experience this the first time. I skipped all the cut scenes. I wanted to not experience any of it until I did it for the stream. Okay. I thought this was rehash what she said before. Am I like wrong there? I haven't heard her name properly. Oh, here we go. Another ad. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Her name is Kirito. I thought it was the curate. Okay. Apparently, I was going to forget this. They haven't explained exactly how the memory works, or why he has no memories, rather. Okay, see you soon. Okay. All right, so now it says, the moment I saw Kirito smile, I lost conscious again. Yeesh, what an ability, huh? Observer's Awakening. So, in case you're wondering who the Observer is, that's Al's role now. That he has the phase transition Geass. This is the very first, I believe, it's the very first thing in Geass Code, I guess, chapter of chapter 1. So here we go. I feel something that made up the melts. I feel like something melts up from the scattered particles. Why does it translate like that? I think at the point of what he's saying there. Okay. All right. Moving on, we have I, who was an individual, spreads and spreads in vast space, but as the numeral particles, each one has their own consciousness and can recognize each one. That's the metaphor. Up more. Okay, where were we? Think I'm not playing a drinking game for the ads. I might die before the stream ends. Okay, let's see what we got here. One of them upsets or oneself heads towards the light as if attracted to something. The light gradually spreads and the consciousness also becomes distracted. Does it have anything to do with collective unconsciousness? I'm wondering. Because the whole point I want to know, like, what caused this to begin with. I was speculating in my video. So he thinks he's losing like track of other people, I guess. I'm not sure what the hell Al's talking about here. I assume this is Al, by the way. It's like dreaming. Things aren't clear. It's like you're seeing something. It's like you're seeing something. Okay? Observation. Yes, he is the observer. That's very true. Words that the girl of Mochika Anraku, who met in the role of the starry water, made a world. He said, if I became an observer, if so, it's an observation. What? If I became an observer, is an observation. I guess so. That's a weird. Okay, that's kind of weird. I still don't understand anything. Yeah, me too, buddy. I'm just as confused as you are. I don't know what does that mean. That's a weird play on words. All right, now we're back to something that looks like a conversation between. I found it, huh? Who found it? That's the question. I heard someone's voice. Oh, ad time. It's really annoying. Okay, back to it. Gigi or Gigi, not sure which. Then blurred field of view converges, forming a clear image as if the camera lens were in focus. So I guess this is when Al first meets Gigi, although I thought she raised him when he was a kid. Maybe there's more to the story than meets the eye. I finally found it. This is one beautiful girl looking at me. The expression is relieved, yet has a complicated expression that makes you feel lonely. Yeah, because Gigi has her own problems, or that we don't know about in the story yet. But we're going to find out. That's why we're doing this. It feels terribly nostalgic, but I can't remember who this girl is. See, nostalgic, which means she must have been involved in his life in the past. That's all I was saying in my prediction. Well, not prediction video, but my analysis of the story. However, a surprising word comes to mind. What is that, Al? Revenge for loved ones. So, people in Gigi's life that were hurt, or perhaps Al himself. They did say this was going to be a story about revenge, so there you go. Probably from the past he doesn't remember. The girl is important. Oh, ad time. Okay. No, the pink hair girl, she's an immortal. So we don't know much about her, but just like C2, she's an immortal with the ability to give people Geass powers. I believe she gave Al the phase transition Geass ability. No, she's not related to Lelouch. I mean, if she is, I mean, she could be because immortals obviously gain the code from another immortal. But no, I don't think they're related. There's a really epic scene coming up that I was kind of going through it pretty quickly, but I think there's a scene of all the main protagonists working together. It's pretty badass. We're almost there. This is the problem with this game. There's a lot of cutscenes. You might recognize this. This is from like all the trailers. This scene of Gigi or Gigi rather holding Al. And again, he can't remember her. How about the awakening? Doesn't remember that either, I bet. Worst con, I'm not sure what that means. If I'm going too fast, you guys can't read this, let me know. But I feel like the only thing I've seen was like a dream, but I can't remember anything. The only thing I could do is swirling deep inside my chest. Ad time. Same one. I like that. I like them apples. Another the same thing. Okay. The worst was a simple and appropriate word for this. Okay. It's a shame. I'm glad I woke up so happy. I'm not sure why they haven't given Gigi a name yet, or Gigi a name yet. It's weird because in the Japanese they say Gigi, but I thought it's pronounced Gigi. The beautiful girl speaks in a bouncy voice, but her expression hasn't changed much. So basically, she's putting on an act, looks like. Am I not good at expressing emotions? I guess not, Gigi. You can remember yourself properly. Okay. Who's so close that her nose had seemed looked into? I think maybe it's locked into. Even that doesn't make any sense. A star that keeps flowing was reflected in the girl's eyes. I'm worried about the stars. I'm also worried the girl is talking about it unpleasantly. Maybe it's about the moon, because the moon's kind of evil in this game. It could be that. What's your name? Ad time. These are quick ads, but still, man's annoying. Okay. What's your name? He can say, I don't remember. Yeah, he doesn't know. Why is this girl here such of a matter of course? Not many people can answer her name. I'm not sure what. My name is Al. So he does remember. Okay. I thought he didn't remember his name. She said so much and noticed something strange. Okay. The only name he could remember. Strange feeling, even now, thinking is continuous and thinking is possible. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. That's the same thing to me. Unless the translation's bad. When I look at my head, I can't find the stock of memory that I should have. I have no memory at all, except his name. He knows his name. And time. All right, moving on. The girl was trying to find out something. Her eyes seem to know something that she seems to be thinking to know something. Translator app, I think, is a little wonky right now. Her eyes seem to know something, and she seems to be trying to know something. Okay. I think that's not being translated correct there, but I get the general sense. Who are you? That's a good question. Very good question. The field of vision was distorted for a moment. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. It's useless. I don't know. No matter how much I try, remember, I can't know who I am. Okay, moving on. Memories are about remembering things. Wow. I don't be a dick, but geez, no. You think? Thinking about experiences and over time it accumulates in the brain. Got it. Okay. I'll remember that one next time. I hope the rest of the game is better written than this. I just woke up and there's a beautiful girl beside me. I can't remember. I remember it. So it's not that I can't remember. So what is it then? I lost all my memories before I woke up. I don't remember what makes me myself. That's who. That's is you can't define who you are. What is it? Okay, good question. Unable to answer the girl's question, the warmth of her existence, anxiety quickens or something. Okay. He's so worried he has no side to form his own memory, among other things. Yes. Perhaps she struggled. She was in anxiety. She was hugged by her chest, which was hugged by the girl's chest and crotch and a rich. What? She realized she was in anxiety. She was hugged by her head, hugged by her head, which was hugged by the girl's chest. Oh, she was okay. Never mind. I'm about to say, I don't think the body bends that way. That was really weird. I was first reading that. Yeah, no. The worst you can do is make someone anxious when you're not, or when you are. Still not sure why she has that outfit on, like the chains. I mean, or is this going anywhere? I don't mean to be impatient, but like, I get it. I know my memory. She's really gorgeous. Whatever. Can we get to like the next point? Here we go. This is where things get interesting. Watch this. Ad time. That's not what I meant. I might like demonetize the video if I do that. Okay. Here comes the. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm upset. Yeah, I'd be too if I had no memories. Thank you, Gigi. We don't. I mean, yeah, we know that. So they're just talking about calming their relationship, I guess, and how she needs to calm down. I guess. Okay. Here's the stone temple. Great. Oh, never mind. I read that one. Okay. Here's the shards. Remember, they got to collect those as part of the game. This is important. Will this tell us where these shards came from? When her vision was blurred immediately after she woke up, her conscience was blurred. The stars continued to fall to the point of doubting herself. What does that mean? Is it metaphysical, metaphorical, or literal? It was beautiful, but a strange sight. Even a meteor shower will have no star. So this is not. Wait, it's just a meteor shower. It has no connection to. Wow. Okay, that's a downer. What is a meteor shower? Ah, yes. The biggest questions of life. What is a meteor shower? Well, good. Anyway, the stars are falling endlessly, as is my patience. I finally get up here and look around. Okay, and yes, this is the temple from Sea's World. We'll be here a lot during the gameplay. It was a mysterious space. Yes. I mean, we are in Sea's World, so it makes sense. A simple stone structure. Moreover, it seems to be decaying. It may not be called a temple. Okay. It's flowing in the sky now. You can see a simple staircase, but a few steps down, there's an empty night sky. I think that's the last moon in the background. A Lomia girl on a stone stage flowing in the night sky. Yep. When you're the observer, that's what happens, I guess. I walk to the edge of the stone stage and look up at the sky. A white moon with a hole floated above with a center of the starry sky. Yeah, that's this, by the way. Not the world I know. Well, no, because it's the collective unconsciousness. Yeah, that's not the world of people, but it's an irreplaceable place for the people. Wait, this is not the world of people, but it is a replaceable place for people. This is Fim Bull Winner. I don't know what that means. God, that wasn't a copyright song. Oh well. Yeah, Fim. Yeah, what is that? What's Fim Bull Winner? Explain yourself, Gigi. A world where people's consciousness have lost its place and have stopped. So, are you saying that people went from the so like did it go from C's world to that world? Are we battling on that world? That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So it's not the real world, right? Exactly. It wouldn't be. It's a fictional place or not fictional. It's a an alternative world. How did people get there? Answer my questions. Yeah, humans live on Earth. I know that. What is that? Is that a? Is it a? It's a moon, right? This is very confusing. She turns to the girl for an answer. What this is? She looks so sad. I think when he turns to the girl, I think that's what I meant to say there. It's hard to define reality as the scope of the word. But I'll let her finish. Okay, it's hard to find or to define reality as the scope of the word, but at least it's not a world where many people live, especially if it stopped like this. So humans live on Earth, and they live here, or some people do. Okay, like aliens. What is this? This is really bizarre. I'm. Well, I know it's Al. Al. That's not the question to be asking. We're not. It's not about. Stop means like the conscious is over. They're asleep. I would assume that's what that means. Up ad time. The question I have is, what is this alternate world they're talking about? Is this like another Earth? This is the confusing part. Is it our Earth? What's going on here? I'm. This is the confusing part. This role originally had an important role. It's an important role for both living and dead people. Yeah, C's world. So we're talking about C's world then. That's what this must be. I have no idea. But something made me unable to do this role because of that, and the role lost the original function, and the world stopped. So it must be C's roll that they're talking about. We're going like 1,000 directions here. That's why I'm in trouble too. Got it. Okay. I added at the end. Okay. I tried to explain, but I didn't understand. The girl continues to explain whether her question. So we're talking about C's roll then. Okay. So the moon is stopping. The moon caused the collective unconsciousness on C's world, and they have to stop it. Okay, there we go. That's what I thought. That's what they said too in the story too. What if the moon stopped the world? It's more like how, but sure. Nothing starts, nothing ends. There's just a world that stopped, but that's no different than dead, right? Well, I mean, yeah, if nothing ends or stops, then yeah, what's the point of existence? Yeah, no, exactly. What's the point of everything? Again, this reminds me of the Ragnarok connection. That's what it sounds like to me. What's happening here? I speculated in my video that it's like the Ragnarok connection, but who knew it actually is the Ragnarok connection, or seemingly the Ragnarok connection. Right. Exactly. Okay. So I want to move this roll forward. Okay. So she's like Lelouch. They both want to get the roll going. Got it. Okay. That's why they beat the moon. Well, you want to beat the moon? Just call Piccolo. He'll blast it for you. He's very good at that sort of thing. The moon isn't the real moon, so it's not like a reason to break anything like with a missile. All you need is a piece of Geass. Oh, okay. What is Geass? Shards of Geass. Ad time. Okay. And I feel like I fall back in my eyes or something. Okay. Man, I can't wait for when they release this globally, so I don't have to use a translator anymore. So to be last movie, you gotta collect pieces of Geass scattered in various spaces at times. I want you to collect pieces of Geass, okay? Makes sense. Now we're finally getting to the plot of this story. I know this is. I'm not gonna lie. It's a big of a slog to get through. It's kind of a deal to get through all these cutscenes. But I really want to know what the story is of this game. That's why we're doing it. Plus, I can reference it later on when I do analysis of the story in videos to come. I really don't want to play through this again. As you see, it's not fun the first time, given all the ads I have to go through. So I do understand why, if you're like getting a little annoyed, don't worry, we're almost there. There's like one more backstory, and then the game actually starts. And I'll transfer my data, and then we'll actually we'll put some gameplay on here. There's not really going on here. Looks like they're just discussing how he's going to. Yeah, here it is. Okay, hold on. I want to redo this one. You have the okay. You have the phase transition Geass. With that Geass, you can go to various spaces and times, which is true, but he can also summon people, so I assume it has two effects. This is the most confusing part I have about this story because, see, I thought that, okay, so if he go a different time and space, that's one thing, but in the game, you summon people to you. So how does that work? And if you notice in the gameplay animation, when I summon people, he uses Geass power to do so. So the Geass doesn't just let him go to various spaces and times, because in that case, he'd be like the Doctor almost from Doctor Who. Only he doesn't have a TARDIS; he just goes from time and space to see people, but he can bring them back with him. Otherwise, how did he recruit people from different time zones, or as I said, their space and times, to help them out, especially in the middle of their own story. So I'm still confused about this part. I thought they made it clear, or not clear, but I thought it was obvious that it's not just the fact that he can, or yeah, he can go different time and spaces because that's observation mode, but he can also bring people in. So that I thought was their point of this. Let's see if they say that. By the way, you'll see the story of the Kajin with the different pieces of Geass. Also, I don't think it stayed here, but I thought she gave him this power. Yeah, but yeah, but when are they gonna do that, Ryan? Like 10 years from now? Then all this would have been for naught. Okay. Roll credits. Okay. I believe it's he didn't understand what the girl was saying, but he knew what to do. For some reason, the translation is putting she instead of he. She has a badge on her right arm, but doesn't know where it belongs to. I thought it was a strap, but okay.
観測する旅人の物語を観測すると縁が生まれ絆を結べるそうすればようやくこの世界の行く末を決める絶対決戦シャトラージュに参加できる Observing the story of the Cajun creates a connection, and the connection, gentlemen, then you can finally participate in the absolute battle. Shalande decide the future of this world. Okay, I guess that's how we're gonna end this. 分かったやってみるよ
Understood.
記憶のない僕にとって何かできることがあるとありがたいしね
You know what? Al's absolutely right. I don't even understand either. That's probably That's probably why Lee's and why it's doing that. I love what Al's saying here. I don't understand what Gigi or Gigi is saying. I agree. I don't get it either. Half the stuff was just philosophical nonsense. However, I found it's necessary to observe the story using the Geass and others in order to move this world. Right. And that's the whole premise behind the story. I thought it was a cool scene where you saw the protagonist. By the way, I forgot to ask what was important. Yeah. Ad time. I don't even have TikTok, thankfully. There was a fan of it when it first came out.
君は誰なんだ
Who are you? Good question. If you want Babylon 5, you got the Vorlons and the Shadows. Who are you and what do you want? Good questions. I listened to the story and exchanged word, but I didn't know about this beautiful girl. She realized even more than she hasn't.
私はギギ
Her name is Gigi,
あなたに永遠をあげる女
who gives you eternity. Nice. I always want eternity. I don't want to embrace eternity though. If you've ever seen or played Mass Effect. However, she felt that her voice was sinking, contrary to her smiling expression. Yeah, we already said earlier. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, some more dialogue. Who the hell are you, and why are you stopped in this world, Fim Bull Winner? TikTok is toxic and incompetent people who don't have lives. Yeah, I feel like most of social media has gone that direction. I don't think what TikTok was. I thought that to use it, you had to like put your personal information on there, and then China was like using that or something. I don't know. It was a whole controversy when the app first came out, but I never saw like as a premise why it ever took off. Because if you want to make a video about people, I don't know, dancing or like shorts, there was Vine before, but you could also do that on YouTube. There was nothing to stop you from making a simple video of you dancing behind music for like a minute. I never understood like why there's so many platforms that do all the same thing. It never made sense to me. I mean, YouTube pretty much does all the other things these other things do. Same with Facebook. I'm not talking. It's the same thing. Alex has got the shards. He has no memories. He wants to help Gigi. See, he got to help out. He got to go. Um, that's why I believe Gigi's role words with a sad look. Now move forward. Okay, we're moving forward now, or okay, more dialogue, and that's why. Here we go. Here's our first animation. We worked so hard for this. He's using the phase Geass power, which is really cool. Although I mentioned this in one of my discussions of the game. Why is it red? I mean, shouldn't it be a different color since there's no like immediate gain he's getting from using the power? Like when Luce used it, he gets followers. When Bismarck used it, it was to improve his, I guess, in combat role. He used it to stop people, etc., etc. But his Geass power doesn't really give him anything. Now compare that to someone like Layla's, who like combine people's minds together. So I'm not sure why it's red. It would have been cool if they made it a different color. I think that was a wasted opportunity in the game. Pal wishes awakening in the new world. Okay. Focus your consciousness so you can put your strength into your eyes. Yes, that makes sense since that's how the Geass works. Then I get caught up in the feeling that something that made up of me changes into another form, and gradually the consciousness goes away. Yeah, the animation's good. We've never like that's never the problem with this game since the onset. Right, exactly. Red is selfish and blue is selfless. So the fact that he is helping other people out, why would his Geass not be blue? Or if it's like time related, why not yellow? Because Shamla's was time related and it was yellow. So the point is, red doesn't make any sense to me. Again, it's a really minor nitpick, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, the whole lore of Geass, you have access to everything. Why not, reference blue again? I guess theater capture. I'm awakened as the observer of Kajin, who spins the story. Okay, but who is the... okay. Let's see. Look at that. We did it. We got to the first one. Congrats, guys. We did it. That was quite a slog because of the freaking ads. Here's some advice from Kiryu. Sure, we'll take it. Advice is always a good thing. Actually, in order to read the next story, he has to win the battle of the stage story. Yep, that's how the whole game plays, by the way. You must go linearly. God, it took 1,000 years. It was painful. And the reason why it's painful is not because I don't want to go through all that stuff, but it's like they kept saying the same thing over and over again. Only the first story of the story has been released, but beyond that, there are enemies trying to eliminate you. Of course, we know that. I haven't talked about who the enemy is yet. Yes, who is the enemy? Good question. I've been wondering since the time this game came out. As you read through the story, you'll eventually find out who you are. See for yourself who you are. That didn't answer anything. Okay, here's how the game works. So you can pick different characters from your selection. Now, I had to pick from the people that I have. He wants to fix this world. That seems pretty selfish. It's just that it helps other people in the process. Yeah, exactly. I think it should be blue. Oh, I should be translating these. So you lower the characters and then become friends at once. Yeah, because you get the intimacy with them. That's how you like get alternative versions of them in the game. The maximum number of characters that can be organized is 2 in the avant guard and 3 in the rear guard. The avant guard is attacked and he is afraid, so be careful. I think that's not right. Yeah, that's actually very important too because you don't want to put your I guess healers in the front lines. You want them in the back. It's one of the strategies of the game. I'd say basic. Each character has a type, so the point is to arrange according to their type. Okay. Add time. Okay, finally, a good ad. Funimation. I mean, I you know what? Speaking of Funimation, they released Robotech, right? On they released like this whole Robotech special edition thing, But here's the problem with it, though. They removed Macross, Mospeeda, and Robotech from Tubi, Voodoo, Pluto, and everywhere else. I mean, it's so irritating because those were free on those sites, and now Funimation removed it because they're trying to sell their Robotech thing, which nobody wants. People want a remake of Macross, and I agree. Or not remake, a remastering of Macross. So annoying. All right, sorry about that rant. Just so I see Funimation, that's all I think about right now because they ruined Macross by taking it off other sites. It was free for the longest time on Tubi, not hurting anybody, but Funimation had to remove it. I mean, I assume they did because the correlation kind of goes together, right? They got the rights for Robotech or something. Then all of a sudden, the sites that were showing Macross weren't showing it anymore. Anyhow, back to this. Each character has a type, so the points are arranged according to type. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's see. So there are 4 types. You have the sword attack type. You have the strategist. The type has the skill to interfere with enemies such as abnormal conditions. In addition, Predator is given. I forgot what it says. I can't read it. And support type. Defensive type. A type of high grade defense and HP. Place it in the avant garde, which is susceptible to enemy attacks. I think you shouldn't then. Or no, you should. Yeah, because you're right. It should be in the front lines. A type of recovery and strengthening skill. Since HP and defense powers are relatively low, place it in the rear. Cool. Okay. I think it's recommended to place an attack type that will be in the main force in the avant-garde or a defensive type in consideration of being exposed to an attack. Okay? Like Lloyd's a tank apparently in this game. We're going to see that later on. Okay, for the rear guard, in addition to the attack type, we can recommend the tactician type that has a skill to interfere with the enemy, the recovery of the allies, and support type skill to strengthen. Yep. Like Toto is a good one. She's from Oz the Reflection, by the way. Let's place the characters in the avant-garde unit. Okay. Mao's a king, by the way, which is pretty good. Look at Renya. I don't think Renya had a Geass power. He only had the cursed arm, which grew as the story progressed. It wasn't really a Geass ability. That's a whole nother thing in general. You can set a code link. Yeah, code links are the as I mentioned before. That's how you enhance your characters, which we'll see in a second here. Okay. So pick one, and then we're going to use this one with Anya. Okay. Yeah, it's perfect. Nice. Add time. Epic 7. I hope I have it. Okay. Let's see. Code links have various effects and increased parameters. So let's set them without getting. Let's set them without getting them all. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why. And now defeat the enemies. Finally, let's go. All right. I'm not going to go through this. Let's just tell you how to play the game. So you can use specials during the battle. So here's one, for example. That will be fun if Chizuko was a playable character. Then you have Geass powers you can use as well. There's different types in the game. Let's do it. Bam. They make the Geass makes them fight each other. Wait, Mao used the chainsaw? Oh my god. Did you see that? What the hell was that? Jeez. You got a point there. Would Mal even want to help save the world? Probably not. Okay. Congratulations. The victory of the battle stage raised the player's level. Yep. Right now, C2 is the most OP character, according to a guide. As the player level goes up, the limit of the AP will increase. In Patch Rate, the intimacy which the characters will also increase. Let's challenge aggressively. Yeah, you need your AP is like your, I guess it's your stamina, because if you don't have enough, you literally can't you can't fight in the game, which is really stupid, but that's how they designed it. Also, there are missions set in the battle stages, and if you complete them, you'll get awards. So pay attention to what the missions are. So far, they've been pretty basic, but she's right. There are stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Replica.
That's creepy.
I'm so happy to meet you. I'm
That is really creepy, actually. I may not sleep at night looking at that. Okay, you can skip and get intimacy battle stages. They have completed all missions. You can skip and get intimacy years. Oh, that's really cool. You have battle stage that you have completed all missions. You can skip and get intimacy year XP of all battles. That's kind of convenient, actually. If that's a thing, I like to do that because I want to get all the intimacy from my characters, but I'd rather not, waste my time with it. Yeah, this is very important. Throughout the game, you have like these missions you get to complete through each day, and it's very important you do them because otherwise you can't level up your characters. So this is extremely important. You level up with these items that you just acquired. So you go to your profile for each character. We're gonna go to Mao, and yeah, you wait. What'd you say here? Maybe I should actually read this. When a character levels up, the difficult will be able to win at a higher stage. I think it's get to me, yo. Once you get an enhancement item, let's enhance. Let it go. Let them go. Yeah. So here we go. You can enhance the abilities of the characters, but also their levels, and they're both very important. Shut up, Mal. No one likes you. I will be doing a thing for Mal as well, a tutorial, not a video about Mal. It's going to come out this week. You know, okay, so I guess I screwed up here because there was a bunch of stuff that you see when you first start the game. I guess because I didn't uninstall it and reinstall it, we didn't get a chance to see it. Because there's actually you be quiet for 2 seconds. Once I let her finish. Yuffie, be quiet for 2 seconds. Okay. By the way, what the hell's with? I'm not even gonna ask. Anyhow, there's an animation that shows the game when you first play it. It has all the protagonists fighting and saving what's her name, Gigi, and it also has a what is it? A scene of Gigi or Gigi in the army, and for some reason, you don't get the chance to see that again unless you uninstall the game and reinstall it, which is such garbage. Man, they really fan service all the characters in this game. Like, no one looked this like. What the hell? Yes, thank you. I downloaded the game. I'm gonna have it. I made a tutorial, by the way, to do it. I was gonna release it today, but I got stuck on the thumbnail. It'll be out tomorrow. It goes through the all information you need to know. If you're impatient, there's also a post in my community tab that has it as well. If you're wondering, Lewis. Harem King will have a global release. Who the heck knows? It's supposed to. The question is when. Yeah, make sure you log in every day because you get bonuses. That's very important. You get a bunch too. You get whatever the hell this is, and then like the creature. I'm not sure. It's just really creepy looking. Okay, Okay. All right. Thank you. I've been streaming for 3+ hours now. This is the longest I've ever streamed before, and I'm exhausted, to say the least. So I think we're ending here. I probably went way too long this time. I guess going forward for the game, we'll try to keep it a little less. I might just not even go through the cutscenes. What I'll do probably is play through them and tell you what they said, so I don't have to waste your time through like 2 hours of stuff. Because yeah, that was a slog. I really wanted to play the game more. I didn't really want to spend time in the cutscenes. I didn't realize they were that long. But yeah, it's what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by, and have a good week. And I'll see you next week. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.